4 o'clock, ABC 10 News at 5 starts right now.
California is considering new workplace mask rules that could extend into next year. The arguments being made from both sides as we await the outcome of a vote on the issue. Plus, mounting frustration among Scripps patients impacted by the massive ransomware attack. The answers they are still struggling to get.
Woo! We did it! I can't believe it!
And we're just hours away from the Avengers campus opening at Disney California Adventure. We have a sneak peek of the rides, food, and merchandise.
ABC 10 News at 5 starts now.
Vaccinated or not, California workers may have to keep their masks on well past the state's June 15th reopening date. Good evening, I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Lindsay Pena. This hour, state regulators are expected to vote on a new set of rules for California workplaces. ABC 10 News anchor Derek Stahl is going in depth on a topic that will affect nearly every workplace across the state.
You just call us and we will make it happen for you.
At the French Gourmet in Pacific Beach, they're looking forward to reopening all their tables June 15th. Customers will be allowed to come in without masks.
I can't wait.
But the employees who serve them would have to keep their masks on, vaccinated or not, under the latest proposal from Cal OSHA.
It's hard when you work in the kitchen, when you work with people like me, I don't hear what you say. It's difficult to communicate.
Cal OSHA's proposed emergency temporary standard allows vaccinated employees to take their masks off outside, but inside they could only take them off when they're in a room entirely of vaccinated people. The business would have to keep documentation proving everyone's vaccine status, so employees who deal with the public would have to stay masked.
Without this requirement, unvaccinated workers would be at risk given the spread of more contagious SARS-CoV-2 variants.
At a hearing, Cal OSHA staff argued the rules are needed to protect the unvaccinated and the immunocompromised. They pointed to a study that projects if masks and distancing stop, there will be hundreds of thousands of new infections over the next year, even with a high vaccination rate. And they said indoor workers are at greater risk than the general public because they're exposed for longer periods during their shift.
So we cannot give up on all prevention efforts now.
Some employee groups agreed.
We have to err on the side of caution in protecting those who are at work.
But during hours of public comment,
I am tired of rebreathing my own CO2 for 8 or more hours a day.
Many business groups argued the mask rules are out of touch with CDC guidance, the intent of the governor's June 15th reopening, and the current state of the pandemic.
COVID-19 no longer creates the risk that it did 1 year ago or even 6 months ago. We've made much progress in taming this virus, and we ask also that Cal OSHA not impose unreasonable burdens in the employment setting.
The staff at the French Gourmet say they'll follow whatever Cal OSHA decides.
However, I just hope that they don't say, okay, you can take it off, and then they make us put it back on.
Once the masks go, they want them gone for good. Derek Stahl, ABC 10 News.
Right now, Cal OSHA is still hearing testimony on this topic. They're expected to vote sometime after 5:30 p.m. And once it happens, we will bring it to you.
Outdoor dining expansions and to-go cocktails will remain as the state reopens later this month. Today, Governor Gavin Newsom laid out a new comeback plan for restaurants and bars in the state. He's extending to-go cocktails, which were illegal prior to the pandemic. The extension would last until at least the end of the year. Newsom also said the state is backing off and allowing cities to regulate parklets.
It's revitalized neighborhoods in many respects. And about how it advanced the entrepreneurial spirit.
Newsom also reminded restaurateurs of the $25,000 available in direct relief grants to help businesses rebound. And San Diego's new eviction moratorium went into effect today. This comes after the County Board of Supervisors passed a 2-month extension on the state's moratorium last month. It was set to expire June 30th. A tenant can only be evicted if they're considered a health or safety threat to others, and landlords opposed the moratorium argue that they still have to pay their mortgages and property taxes, which they say will be difficult without rent money. Renters are encouraged to apply for rent relief programs before the moratorium ends. You can keep up with the latest issues surrounding the pandemic by downloading our free mobile app. Just go to the App Store and search 10 News.
In other news, Scripps patients are trying to sort out what personal information might have been stolen during last month's massive ransomware attack. ABC 10 News reporter Jennifer Kastner is outside of Scripps Green Hospital, where operations are getting back to normal despite ongoing concerns from patients.
Scripps Health confirmed this afternoon that patients can once again start scheduling appointments online through the patient portal system. Meanwhile, there are still several unanswered questions about the extent of this attack. It's been 2 days since Scripps Health made the jarring announcement that almost 150,000 patients may have had their personal information compromised in the cyber attack. But there were still very few answers Thursday about how much data was taken.
It's not comfortable.
Patient David Jacobson had been struggling for weeks to access his records following a neck injury. After learning this week's news about the volume of patients affected by the attack, he contacted the dedicated call center Thursday for an update.
Thank you for calling the Scripps Health Incident Response Line.
I gave them a call, wanted to check and see if I was going to get a letter or if, in fact, my social security number had been compromised. I was told that it had not been compromised as far as they knew as of yet.
Tuesday, Scripps revealed that an unauthorized person hacked its network and got copies of documents before deploying ransomware, and that health information and personal financial information was acquired. For certain patients, this information includes one or more of their names, addresses, dates of birth, health insurance information, medical record numbers, patient account numbers, and or clinical information, such as physician name, dates of service, and or treatment information. For less than 2.5% of patients, social security numbers and driver's license numbers were also affected. And while Scripps said there's no indication that any data has been used to commit fraud, Jacobson knows he's not yet out of the woods. The hospital network reports that it still doesn't know what's inside some remaining documents that it believes were compromised by hackers, and it will likely take several months to figure that out. ABC 10 News requested an interview Thursday with a representative of the hospital to discuss the attack. A spokesperson wrote back that they are not yet granting interviews. Reporting from La Jolla, Jennifer Kastner, ABC 10 News.
4 migrants were rescued from treacherous terrain near the U.S.-Mexico border today. This happened just before 11:30, halfway between Del Zura and Tecate. A sheriff's helicopter spotted the 4 migrants sitting on a hill. Crews couldn't reach them safely due to the terrain, so they were airlifted out. 2 of the migrants were taken to the hospital for medical treatment. And that incident comes several hours after another suspected smuggling attempt occurred off the coast of La Jolla. The Coast Guard said it originally spotted a Ponga boat near Sunset Cliffs just before 2 a.m. 3 hours later, Border Patrol agents say they saw 12 men and 4 women on the shore near Scripps Pier. Customs and Border Protection said the group was unlawfully present in the U.S. The 16 Mexican nationals were taken into custody.
In the next half hour, some parents are expected to rally at a Poway Unified School Board meeting against the district's plan to include ethnic studies courses in the fall. ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala is joining us now live. Mimi, the new courses are part of a plan passed last year.
And Kimberly, the district says they'll be offering those 2 courses to high school students only, and they are optional. But still, some parents and Poway residents say they don't want those classes taught at all.
They're going to divide our students into different groups, and this group are oppressors, and this group are victims.
Frank Hsu doesn't have children in the district, but says he'll be speaking at the board meeting on behalf of some of the concerned parents. He says the district is implementing critical race theory and says it teaches kids to feel guilty about their skin color. Advocates call critical race theory an academic approach to understanding how American racism in the past still impacts our society and institutions now. But critics like Hsu say it's divisive, oppressive, and harmful. The district tells us it's not teaching critical race theory. The high school courses offered are ethnic studies and ethnic literature. Last year, the board passed an anti-racism resolution as well as the Racial Equity and Inclusion Plan. Sisters Nene and Akene Okolo created an Instagram account in the summer of 2020 called Black and PUSD, where students anonymously shared their experiences with racism in the district. After that, the 2 worked with the district officials to come up with this new curriculum and say the pushback is pretty appalling.
In our K-12 education, we've been hearing history from a Eurocentric lens, and the history of people of color have really been forgotten. And the fact that people aren't willing to hear the truth and view different perspectives of history is, like Nene said, it's appalling.
And right now, the district is still looking for feedback from parents and students on those two courses. We're live at district headquarters. Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
Thank you, Mimi. And we are just 2 weeks from the start of the U.S. Open. San Diego is playing host this year. And for just a few more days, locals can play the course in true championship conditions.
Yeah, the greens seem a little firmer already, and the fairways seem a little tighter. Hosels get picked up in the rough real easy.
The U.S. Open is considered the world's toughest tournament. They've moved a staff member here 2 years ago to help get the course ready. He says Torrey Pines is a special place.
That's really important to us with the USGA to come to a municipal golf course and take our national championship to one as well, because that's really important to just, grow the game.
The course will close after Sunday until the U.S. Open is over.
Local law enforcement now has a new app to help them understand the area's diverse population a little bit better. As part of our series, Stories for Change, we're introducing you to the technology launched today meant to create more cultural sensitivity and awareness. When law enforcement responds to a situation in San Diego County, there's no telling who they might encounter. The area is home to a diverse population with many different races, ethnicities, religions, and cultures.
Understanding a person's practice of cultural norms can help officers quickly build trust and improve communication.
Which is why the District Attorney's Office, along with its Interfaith Advisory Board, developed the Cultural Awareness Project. It's designed to help officers respond respectfully during non-emergency situations.
We can walk in, we can have that conversation, and making certain that we're not offending anybody, making certain that we're doing everything that we can to provide a better service.
The project centers around this newly launched app. So far, it has information on 11 different communities. Within each group, categories like traditions and beliefs, greetings, visiting households, and experiences with law enforcement.
This information, by the way, came from the communities.
Taha Hassan, imam at the Islamic Cultural Center, was one of the people consulted for the project. He gave an example of how the app could give officers a better understanding of a potential situation with Muslim women wearing a hijab.
If there is no man in the house and a police officer shows up at the door and the Muslim woman tells him, "Excuse me, I'm not covered, give me a few seconds to cover," he shouldn't see this as something that, might create a big problem.
Although the app contains only 11 communities now, the district attorney says they can add more based on experience and need. The Cultural Awareness Project app is free and available to anyone. You can download it in the Apple and Android app stores under Cultural Awareness Project.